You know, I've been thinking about something recently. And it's the fact that I feel like a lot of action games fall under like 4 categories. And I think Sifu is a big one. I think it really shows off technique as like a main design philosophy and how gameplay is executed. But then there's something like more Devil May Cry, where it's all about just crazy combos and doing everything you possibly can, not allowing a second for any demon to just have a good life, you know? But then there's something more like Spider-Man, which is kind of all flash. Like, I don't want to be mean to Spider-Man, and I don't want to fault... I don't want to sound like I'm faulting the game for not being something it isn't. But Spider-Man is a lot of flash. It's a very easy game, where it kind of just doesn't hold many stakes to me. I just realized I threw my unbreakable bat. Oh no. Basically everything in Spider-Man is very easy to avoid. You just click the circle button, or B button if you're on Xbox. Not on Xbox, but playing it on Steam with like an Xbox controller. Like, it is a very simple game to just not take damage in. Or maybe I'm just godlike, I don't know. But I think it does go without saying that I do think the game is fairly easy. All the gameplay videos that I've done on my channel are on ultimate difficulty, and I don't know if it's provable outside of just like showing off like my saves or just, you know, my difficulty in game, but I don't know if you could change that, so I don't know how good evidence or proof that would be. And then there's another game. Oh no, get off me! And that would be Batman, which I do think Batman, at least on its basically everything but the highest difficulty, I also think is kind of easy. But it's that last difficulty, where it takes away what makes Spider-Man really easy. Whoa. Where you no longer have your warning indicator anymore. And yeah, that makes the game, like, actually mad hard. Like, Batman without warning... Whew. I really do feel like I am a human. Oh. Well, the big guy's just gonna stay there. Oh god, he's rushing me. Hey, friends. How are you doing? But yeah, I am really hopeful that more enemies are a bit more dynamic in Spider-Man 2. Because I don't have a problem with easy games, but when I have the option to make a game harder, typically I'll choose to. Like, there's a reason why, despite no matter what I do, Spider-Man will feel easy to me. I do just like the feeling of accomplishment. I like being on the hardest difficulty. I like playing Give Me God of War on a game that gives me nothing for playing on that mode. It's just self-satisfaction. I just like it, you know? Like, I'll either play on a difficulty that I think is nice and hard... pause. Nice and difficult. But not, like, overbearingly difficult. Like, for example, I do play this game on its second highest difficulty instead of its highest. I forget if it's just normal I'm playing on or if I'm actually playing on hard and there's a very hard. I don't know. Not a big deal, though. Not very important to what I'm talking about. Because it's just nice to have that good bit of self-satisfaction, you know? At the end of the day, it's just fun to me. And I do like noticing that it feels as if there's really a lot of just 4 different action games that spec more into different aspects of those like genres, you know? Because Batman prioritizes speed over all else. Like, it's not complicated. It's not actually as flashy as something like Spider-Man. Well, yeah, I don't think it's as flashy. I do think it is very entertaining. But at the end of the day, I think outside of its hardest difficulty, I think the Batman games are honestly about as hard as the Spidey games. I still can't tell if I consider Spider-Man Miles Morales harder or easier than, like, you know, Spider-Man 1. Or, I like to call it Peter Parker, but I know everyone's going to be confused when I say that. Like, Spider-Man Miles Morales and Spider-Man Peter Parker just makes sense to me. Because it feels weird to, like, look at Spider-Man Miles Morales and say, nope, that's not Spider-Man 2. So I'd prefer if both Spider-Man Miles Morales and Peter Parker, well, Spider-Man 1, was given that little subtitle of specifying what Spider-Man it is. Nope, this place doesn't have enough bodies. It just makes sense to me, you know? It feels disrespectful to Miles to not just have it be called Spider-Man 2. Like, when they were calling, when they initially came out with the title of Spider-Man Miles Morales, I just thought, oh, well, that's a neat little subtitle. It's specifying which Spider-Man this is. But now that Peter Parker is back to being a main active Spider-Man, now we don't need the subtitle, and now we just get to put a number in there, and it feels strange, you know? Oh. Just strange, you know?